So welcome everyone. My name is David Encarnacion. I am the Daycare Accounting Pro. And the reason we're hosting this webinar is to bring you information that will impact your business. Our mission is to be the trusted advisors and financial guides for the childcare business owners who are on a journey to transform their businesses. And as a childcare owner, I'm sure you know, juggling the demands of running a business while caring for kids is a constant struggle between lesson plans, snacks, activities. The last thing that you want to worry about is employee retention. You know, you guys pour your heart into enriching children's lives. Shouldn't your employees feel the same? Well, after careful analysis, we have concluded that business owners will have a 401k for their employees, have committed loyal staff, are able to recruit and retain the top talent, thereby reducing turnover. And as business owners, you also benefit from the tax benefits. So wouldn't it be amazing to look back one day and realize that you built a successful, thriving business almost effortlessly, which has provided not only a working wage for your staff, but a retirement resource that can last them a lifetime. That's the future we envision for you, and that's the reason we do these webinars. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Henry with Guideline Pro, and he will go through all the details of what it's like and what is required in establishing a 401k. Henry, it's all yours.
Thank you, David, and hello, everyone. Very happy to be here today. I do have a presentation I'm going to run through here. Everything that I share with you will be sent out afterwards, and we'll leave some time at the end for questions. But a quick agenda here. We're going to talk about why Guideline, a better experience for you and your people, and then some information about designing the right plan. Lastly, we will talk about how to get started. So offering a 401k helps a few things. There are state mandates. Different states around the country have new legislation that require businesses to offer some form of retirement benefit. We'll include more info about that later on. As David mentioned, a 401k is a great way to improve retention. Studies have shown that workers are 40% less likely to quit in the first year when they're offered retirement benefits. And also, along with that, improving retention will help you avoid your turnover costs. Offering a 401k can lead to an estimated annual cost savings of more than $100,000 in reduced turnover. For those state mandates, I'm not going to spend too much time on it here. We do have a great resource on our website here that I'll include in this follow-up email. But different states are starting to require employer-sponsored retirement benefits, and a Guideline 401k is a perfect way to help satisfy those mandates. When it comes to our mission, we believe in doing right by people, and we were founded back in 2016. We were built to disrupt a financial industry that's really riddled with high fees and little transparency. And this is where we currently stand. So we've only been in operation since 2017, but we've been able to have a very significant impact in a short amount of time. 50,000 plus companies across all 50 states, 13 billion plus in assets under management. On the Guideline Pro side of our business, we work with 3,000 plus accountants, advisors, and benefits professionals that are helping their clients set up and manage their plans. Across the board, our average customer retention rate is well above 90%. What that means is that when folks sign on with us, they tend to stick with us and grow with us. Now, why Guideline? There are a lot of reasons I'll jump into here. A few to start. Low costs and low fees. Our account fee for participants start at just 0.15%. Ease of use on both the employer and the employee level. Setup can be done in as little as 20 minutes. There's employee self-enrollment and very intuitive dashboards, and then an all-in-one experience. We are what's known as a fully bundled provider, so we'll offer end-to-end management of your 401k plan. And this is in contrast to the typical 401k structure, which tends to have a lot of outsourcing. And all these third parties, not only are they going to provide their own services, but they're going to charge their own fees as well. And so for a company, this can make the plan much more complex and much more expensive. This is what our founding group ran into when they tried to offer a 401k at their previous business. What they needed was a fully bundled plan, and so that's what they built. Every aspect of 401k administration is all in-house. We do everything under one roof. We're not going to outsource anything. We're not going to let anything fall onto your plate either. Along with that, to simplify things even further, not only are we a fully bundled 401k provider, but we also integrate with the majority of the top payroll providers in the industry. And so what this creates is a self-sustaining benefit with no additional responsibilities created. All you have to do is keep payroll accurate and up to date as you normally would. We do everything else from there. So very hands-off, set it and forget it. There will be real-time roster sync, automatic paycheck deductions, and secure APIs and single sign-on. So just creating a very easy to use and secure benefit that's synced with your payroll. Even if you don't use one of the payroll providers that we integrate with, that's okay. We can work with any payroll provider. There are steps to maintain a self-service plan, and we have plenty of these types of setups on our platform. Basically, just submit a payroll journal to us each pay period, and we'll do everything else from there. When it comes to the experience for you and your team, going to touch on this on both the employer and the employee level. So on the employee side of things, everybody will have their own dashboard that they'll be able to log into through our website. Just like any other internet account, we have a robo advisory tool that helps offer a suitability survey and then offer a recommendation for one of our 6 professionally managed portfolios based on age, expected retirement date, risk tolerance, and investment expectations. We have live support via phone or email. Our customer success team is available across every time zone. Anyone can reach out and have a one-on-one conversation at no additional cost. We have plenty of educational resources that are asynchronous, a full help center, and a YouTube channel, and then a mobile app for participants as well. And a little bit more info on the investment side of things. Our 6 professionally managed portfolios are automatically rebalancing. So it will adjust with any shifts in the market. The questionnaire that I mentioned will assess your risk tolerance and your saving timeline, and then create a custom portfolio that is also an option if you are a little bit more investment savvy and you want a little bit more customizability. All this is also available from your phone too. So we have a mobile app for savers. You can set up your account in minutes right from your phone. This is available on the App Store as well through Google Play. And then the same security features that you would have for your iPhone, for example, with the face screening, you can include that for the Guideline app too. You can adjust your contribution percentages or your portfolio selections at any time straight from your phone. On the fee side of things, our account fees are up to 7 times lower than the industry average. We have 0 transaction fees whatsoever on both the employer and the employee level, and that account fee is at 0.15% or 15 basis points. Just to give a little visual representation here, the guideline account fee is this 0.15%. The average expense ratio of the Vanguard funds that we offer is this 0.067%. This would be the same regardless of where you hold the assets. It's coming from Vanguard and we have no control over it. But if you add the two together, the 0.15 and the 0.067, each participant is looking at an asset-based fee of roughly 0.22%. As mentioned, this is about 7 times less than the industry average. And the more you save, the bigger this difference becomes. This is something that we take a lot of pride in because it will have a very significant long-term impact for each individual in terms of how much they're able to save for retirement. And then moving on the employer side, there's going to be a dashboard for administrators. So you'll be able to check compliance status, you'll be able to check your participation, your roster, find your plan documents. It is all within this very user-friendly dashboard. And then similar to how we have live support for participants, there are live support for administrators as well. You can reach out via phone, via email, or you can also schedule a meeting. It's all available at no additional cost. When it comes to customizing the plan, there are a few things to be aware of and some decisions to make as the company. First couple decisions have to do with eligibility. So there will be an age requirement to set 18, 19, 20, or 21 years of age. Length of service 0, 3, 6, or 12 months from the date of hire. If the employee is W-2 and they meet these criteria, they will be considered eligible to participate. This is an entirely voluntary benefit and very flexible in the sense that someone is able to contribute 0% on one paycheck, 100% of the next, anywhere in between. When it comes to the format of enrollment, this is an automatic enrollment plan, which just means that it's going to be an opt-out program as opposed to an opt-in program. But again, participation is entirely voluntary. When it comes to matching, there's a certain type of plan design that we see most commonly. It's called a safe harbor 401k. Out of the 50,000 plans that we have, 73% are safe harbor, which is a very strong sample size. Requires a match in the range of about 3.5 to 6%, or a non-elective, meaning automatic contribution of 3%. If any of these formulas are used, the plan will be automatically exempt from IRS non-discrimination testing. And IRS non-discrimination testing is something the IRS has in place to ensure the owners and the highly compensated individuals don't contribute disproportionately compared to the rank and file employees. This can sound scary. The IRS only requires this at the end of every year, and we have the technology in place to conduct these tests for you every single time contributions are made. Not only are we able to do that, but we're also able to provide forecasts and projections. So if your plan is in danger or is projected to fail at the end of the year, you will have complete insight into that, and you'll also be able to schedule a compliance consultation with one of our specialists. When it comes to a little bit more flexibility on the plan design side, it is very, very flexible in the sense that what you start with, you are not locked in by any means, both with matching, vesting, eligibility. So you can have no match, you can have a match of 3%. You can manipulate the formula to your liking to incentivize the employees in the way that you want to. And then vesting can be a very valuable employee retention tool as well. There's also profit sharing, and the name is a little bit misleading. Profit sharing does not actually depend on profits, but you can think of it as a one-time end of year bonus that would go directly into the employee's 401k accounts. There are a few ways to divide up the profit sharing pool, so a few formulas here. Profit sharing is completely discretionary, so you can wait and see how the year goes, and if you want to offer it at the end of the year, you can, and you can decide how much you want to put towards it and how you want to divide it up. If you don't want to offer it, you don't have to. And you can make this decision every single year, and it can change year over year. When it comes to employer costs here, we have a few different pricing tiers. What you see is what you get. There is no setup fee. There are no contracts or termination fees. There are no one-time or recurring fees. So it is entirely month to month. The starter 401k is a great benefit for companies that are looking to take a simplified approach. $6,000 annual contribution limit, no employer contributions, and then in turn, simplified administration. Core pricing tiers are most popular. $89 per month base fee, $8 per active participant. This gives you all the plan design flexibility and can work with any payroll provider in this pricing tier as well. The enterprise tier is for legally related groups, multiple companies under common ownership or with legal affiliation. Very favorable pricing structure. One entity would pay the base fee. Each entity would pay the per active participant fee. And then this enterprise tier also supports plan conversions. If we're moving a 401k from a different provider to Guideline, that enterprise tier for the first 12 months will provide all the support that you'll need for that conversion process, premium support for plan administrators and employees with dedicated support, both the onboarding and then once the plan goes live. And then in terms of some tax credits to be able to offset those administrative costs, there are a couple different credits to consider here. So there is 100% plan coverage costs for employers with 50 or fewer employees. Startup tax credit can now cover 100% of plans setup and administrative expenses for the plan's first 3 years. And then if there's an employer contribution, there's an additional credit of up to $1,000 per employee. And there's a bit of a phase out here, but in addition to that employer contribution credit, all employer contributions are tax deductible as a business expense because the money is coming in the form of a benefit. So in that way, 401k matching is also a method for you to lower your company's taxable income for the year. And here's just a side by side here. We do have a very helpful tool on our website called our tax calculator. Basically, just put in some info about your company and about your plan. It'll give you a breakdown of your expected cost given the credits you'll be eligible for. I'll include that in my follow-up email for you as well. And then lastly, getting started. When it comes to setting up a new plan, setup can be done in as little as 20 minutes. This doesn't need to be all in one sitting. You can leave and come back, and all your progress will be saved. Right in here, you will connect your payroll account if it's integrated. If not, you'll upload your census, and then you'll connect the company bank account. Typically, that's the same bank account that you use for payroll. Once that's taken place, your work is done. We automate all of this for you. So we handle all of the employee invitations and enrollment. They have 30 days to decide if they want to set up their account and participate or if they want to opt themselves out. We send notices 30 days, 20 days, and 10 days before the plan start date. The next payday after the 30-day window is when the first contributions take place. The plan will be live from there. And then for conversion, there are some additional steps here. So first thing we'll need is the adoption agreement from the current provider. We'll put together a complimentary plan review for you, give you a side-by-side, and if everything looks good, we'll be able to set up the plan, initiate the asset transfer with the previous provider. There will be a liquidation and a blackout period. We'll send out all the notices for that. The assets will come over from the previous provider. The enrollment period will start for Guideline. Once the assets come over and the enrollment period finishes, the next payday after that is when the first contributions would take place to Guideline. Everything will be live from there.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll send out the recording. If there's any additional questions, we'll make sure to have a number or email that you can provide to.
Yes, absolutely. Any questions that come up after we get the recording and the info sent out, we'll be sure to address those. Thank you very much for having me today, and thank you for the time. And yeah, I'll send over those resources to make sure that everybody has them. Hope everybody has a great rest of their Wednesday.
Thanks, Henry. Take care.
Okay.